Hey, hey, it's Berta Jay, and you're back in my kitchen for a new segment today called
Viewers Voices.
You heard it, Viewers Voices. What I'll do is from time to time, I will choose some of the comments that you make that I use now, and so that all the viewers can use, because there's no one that I know of out there who reads every single comment from every single one of my videos like I do. And so I'm going to choose which ones I'll get to share. And I have 4 today for you. And you will probably think, that's pretty interesting. I can do that. The first one we'll start with is from Mary Charles. And she wrote this on the black bean burger meal. And I've used this already. I just didn't know her name, but I know it now. So Mary, thank you. She said, instead of, you remember I used to take this and I would put weights at each end. I would use 2 spoons or 3 spoons or knives or forks because my stainless that we use every day is very heavy to hold it down. But Mary said, you don't have to do that, Berta. Take away those, take your paper, scrunch it up, your parchment paper, open it up, and put it back in. And because now it has texture and it's wrinkly, it will stay. There you have it. I thought that was a great idea. Thank you, Mary Charles. I appreciate it. Next one is from Connie Cisneros. Also on the black bean burger meal. I did roasted asparagus, and I just threw out the end pieces because it's woody. And I've tasted it once and I didn't really like it. But she said, you know, you could peel that and still use it. So I tried peeling it. It took a lot of time and they ended up so small and it was very, very time consuming. So I just decided I was just gonna bake them, roast them in the toaster oven right along with the asparagus. And they turned out really nice. After cooking them, the 15 minutes, I took them out along with the asparagus, and they taste pretty good. They're very chewy. You could probably chew it like gum for a while because you'll feel all those fibers, but it tastes really good, kind of sweet. For vegetable. That's the second one. So thank you, Connie Cisneros. That's number 2. The third one is from Suzanne Leblanc. And she told me this in from Salads in Seconds. She stores peppers. Now I'm not sure, she just said, I store my peppers the same way. And so what I did is I started yesterday, storing them the same way, in the same way I store my green onions or scallions. And they seem to be being okay. That's one on the top because I had so many. But these down on the bottom, they're not soupy, they're still dry. So that's another tip that I'll use from her. Another viewer with a voice that Berta J liked and she's gonna use. Thank you, Suzanne. Now the last one is on my rinse jars and her name is Dixie Amazon. And I had said, you need to know what's in this jar once you wash it. And I thought, just get some labels and put on it. But she suggested that you could use the dry erase marker. Now, I tried the dry erase marker and I'll say, I'm gonna write on here, veggie broth. But it smears easy, right? So I thought, what would not smear easy? So my idea, based on her idea, on Dixie, Amazon's idea, was to use a Sharpie. Here it is. And it dries pretty quickly. And it doesn't move. But to keep it stable, if you want to always use this for veggie broth and you use your Sharpie, I suggest you take some packing tape, tear off a small piece, and put it right over the label. Make sure it doesn't have any bubbles and smear it down. Mash it down really, really well. So now you can use this and the water won't get to your sign. You can't see it now, but use packing tape over that label. You could do the same. See, I'm me handling it. This is what happens with this, the dry erase. You could use either one. I'm giving you the option. This one seems to work well. You have another jar and you wrote on here and it's already dry and it says, I didn't spell onions right. Or you want to take it off and use it for something else. Okay, I misspelled onions. I'm going to show you what you can do, even with a permanent marker. And I use just a steel wool. And it comes right off, see? And I'll do this side too because it's on there right. And then rinse it. And now you've got your jar. You just have to let it dry. Just let it dry and then you can use it again for whatever you want to. So thanks again to Mary Charles, Connie Cisneros, Suzanne Leblanc, and Dixie Amazon for all your great suggestions because Berta Jay will be using them. And I know some of my viewers will be too. Thanks guys. Until next time, bye for now.